Hello everyone, welcome to day 339 of playing chess every day for a year. Let's find the game. And we do find the game, we're starting with white. I'll go ahead and play e4. They play the French defense. And so I'll advance and try to play knight to f3. They attack my pawn, I can just play c3 and hold on to the structure, or I can play knight to f6. I think I'll play knight to f6 for now. Don't want to take because then the queen just takes and recaptures. And here I can just go ahead and they want to attack the pawn. I'll just protect it. I could come in with a pin, but this doesn't really help me. They're developing this way. They want to come to this square probably. I could come in and pin them, because if they push, I can just take, and take. But then they can push out the other pawn, and then that'll be very annoying. I put this bishop, I think, on the e3 square here. This looks like it would be my weaker bishop, so maybe I could have gone to g5 to try and trade it off, but I think this is okay. They take, I can take probably with the, maybe with the knight and try to go up like this. Then this bishop is just really weak. So if I take like this, this is hanging too, so let's take this way. They have a check, but I just block. Now I can come in and pin their knight and then try to win it. Or win the pawn. But it is protected, so 2 times. I think knight to c3 looks good. They come after my bishop. I don't really like that move. But if they take, I can always recapture, and then I look okay. If I just develop here and they take, I could also open up my rook on the f-file, so I'll go ahead and pin this knight and try to take it. They take, it just helps me castle and open up my rook on this f-file, so that could be very useful for me. So now they are threatening to not win the pawn, but I mean, they don't want to waste tempo, so I'll take the knight. Then I can play knight to c3. This bishop isn't the best. It can stop me from castling though, so maybe I castle right now. I think castling right now could be okay. Because this bishop could really just be annoying and stop me from castling. And then next I'll just play knight c3 and bring my rook to the center. They go ahead and take my bishop. I need to now recapture. This does open up my rook. I do have... Okay, I don't have this move anymore, which looks really good. Because after this, they can just take. I could try to double up on this pawn and then win it, which I actually think is a good plan. So maybe I should try to just play knight back and bring my queen to the f3 square and try to win this. They're trying to probably castle. And here they just take, there's no kind of sacrifice. So I'll go ahead and just develop because they're trying to castle. And they do castle. I mean, I still could bring my queen to the h-file and try for this. Queen here would be okay. And then I'd have this, but then they'd take. So I think here I can play a3 and b4 and try to really kick this bishop away and win some space, so that's what I'll do. My knights aren't really good at the moment. a3, b4 look good. My rook can come to the e-file later. It doesn't have to be there right now. The queen coming to the center attacks this. My light squares are fine, so I'm not really worried about the queen coming in right now. If they play here, I just move. I could play rook b1 and then try to push like this. And if I push, takes, and then I have this. And so let's see. Push, if takes, rook b1, and then I can win back, I think, the bishop. So let's, if I take, and they just take, and that's not good for me. If I push, the queen can't take. If I push and the bishop takes, there's rook b1. My rook is hanging, but the queen has to move out of the way and I can take with my knight. And that seems really good. So I'll play b5. And then next I can just play a4 and really keep this pawn in place. Yeah, bishop takes, there's rook b1. And that looks not the best for them. They just go back, probably the best move. Now I'll play b4 probably and hold this in place. I think b4 is fine. If the bishop comes in, that does look very annoying, but I can always just jump my knight back and try to remove it. So yeah, I'll push through here. Bishop in does look quite annoying, but I just play knight a2 and try to remove it. Yeah, I was gonna say. So now knight a2, or even just rook here, maybe trying to come in the future. Although knight a2 just looks best. If I develop the rook though, here, they take, I mean, queen up, having eyes on this, maybe this jump, looks quite good actually. I do like queen c2, and then trying to play knight g5, and then they have to push here, which weakens them a lot. This bishop, it's not looking at anything right now. The queen can't really come in or anything. I'm looking at knight g2 here, knight g5 here, like I said, with the threat of mate, and they have to play g6, and then my queen can probably come in somehow and be quite good. My next move is maybe knight a2. Then they come here and they stop my plan, so rook over, pinning, a nice move. So they attack it once and twice, and now I have to protect the knight again and try to move. But the thing is, I can't really protect it. Here they just take. And if I double up, takes, the rook takes. Feels like I'm losing the piece here. Well, here if they take, maybe I have this. Here if they take, I have maybe this. Rook a8 is a good move. I probably had to just move the knight to a2. Maybe I still have this though. And here after this, I wish I had sacrifices, but I don't think I do. I think if I played this, yeah, they can't really play here. They can only play g6. After this, they can only play g6. I can't protect this knight again, but I can really try to come in and win this. So I think I'll go for this counterattack here. I'm losing that knight anyway, I'm quite sure. With the mate threat, they have to play g6. And after g6, I can play queen here. Okay, so the rook takes, but that hangs mate. And we get checkmate against a 1267. Crazy. Maybe they thought I was being crazy with this move, but there's just a mate threat on the h7 square, which they missed. So, good game. Let's look at this game. I played with an 84.5. They played with a 79.1. Did make a mistake here, but they blundered at the end. I played like an 1850. So this is the French defense. I just played knight f3 and c3. And then the best move is knight a3. Controlling these two squares, trying to come in probably. And coming into this square does look quite nice. Instead I play bishop e3, not the best move. They take, I have to take with the pawn. The knight develops, but I just pin the other one. Taking that knight is not the best. I'm supposed to just develop like this. Them recapturing is not the best as well. I can castle him. If they take, I just recapture. And it does open up my rook on this square long time. They move the bishop trying to castle. I develop. I play a3 and b4. b4 is not the best here. Probably because they just improve a bishop. Instead they play a5, which allows me to push here. a5 isn't good because of b5. It's a good move. If they take, I think they're in big trouble here after this. Queen b1's best. I guess it's way more forcing, and now if the bishop moves away, yeah, they can't really protect the queen, so they have to protect the bishop like this, but then I just take here, and I'm up a piece. They go back, it's the best move. I push, it's the best move. They come in, and yeah, this is my big mistake, queen c2, because of rook c1, or rook c8, sorry. And I know that I'm losing the knight here no matter what, so what's the best move here? Queen b2, knight g5 is the best move. Well, knight g5 is the best move, yeah. Because I'm threatening mate, obviously. And that's what happens in the game. They hit me, so I have to counterattack them. It's the only move. And here obviously they have to play g6. But they actually go ahead and just focus on my queen so hard. They take with the rook, tempering my queen, but I take on h7 and checkmate their king. And they just blundered. They didn't play g6. And if they played g6 here, which is the only move that works, queen to f2, like I said, is the best move. And then if they take like this, I have this move. And let's say they play h5. It keeps the game alive. h5, sorry, not h4. h4 loses the game. After this, and this, the game is mine. So after g6, queen f2, and takes. I guess they would take. Sorry, I played the wrong move. King f2, queen f2, takes, queen g4, g5 keeps the game going. Then I have knight takes on f7. The rook takes. This is a nice move, it's a nice sacrifice. The rook can take. But if the rook takes, I have this. No, what do I have? If the rook takes, my move is rook takes f7, king takes f7, and then it's actually a draw. Queen f6 check. King e8. I can pick up these pawns, and I can also try to double up. Although doubling up is too slow, I have to probably play these queen checks and force the king to come forward. And we can repeat moves actually. So that's really interesting. So I wasn't lost. I wasn't completely lost after rook c1 just because of this knight to g5 move, because even if they defend against mate, I still activate my queen and be very dangerous around their king. Instead they take my piece and I just have mate on h7. And that's a very nice win today. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.